I'm not very good at introductions, but we got some albums here today. So I remember first time I came to Redscroll, I was, I want to say like maybe 14 or 15, and I was riding bikes around the neighborhood with an old friend of mine, and we had just come down from, what is that? Oakdale. Yeah, we had snuck into the parking lot of the Oakdale Theater, and we were riding around, and there was a school bus full of kids, so we had to leave really quick. So we came out and we rode down the road this way, and then we pulled into the parking lot, and I had noticed that there was a vinyl logo, and I was like, what is this place? And so I came in and I was just completely floored. I actually think it was probably the first record store I'd ever stepped into. I was a broke 14-year-old, so I didn't get anything. I don't know, amazing experience, you know, just like finding your first record store and just sifting through stuff and just finding stuff that you know, stuff that you don't know. I was really enamored by just all the cover arts everywhere. It just felt like a big art gallery. It was beautiful, and just like all the banners that they had hanging from the ceiling. We got Bitches Brew up there, you know, Tribe Called Quest. Kraftwerk up there. Yeah, we got the Tribe Called Quest one over there. Like, it's amazing. GeoGaddy by Boards of Canada. I was like on Reddit, and people were sharing like a bunch of like weird conspiracies about like the when you play this album backwards, it like says like satanic sort of things, like people are dying and people were like murdered to this album, and I don't believe it. I just think it's a really amazing piece of work. Speaking of Leonard Cohen, there's this one song that Leonard Cohen has. It's on Songs of Love and Hate, which I couldn't find, but if I could have found it, I would have talked about it. I'll just like cut it. It's Diamonds in the Mine. He begins screeching at the end of the song. Oh, look at that, I already have So Long Marianne playing. This was the beginning. So I don't know if they have it here. Tom Waits' like debut was slightly jazzy, but mostly singer-songwriter kind of album. And I think that it was this album that like marked the change to when Tom Waits just became just like this like drunken crooner. I mean, he always was a drunken crooner, but this album it sounds like he swallowed like 10,000 cigarettes. And it's the most beautiful thing. He never really quite stopped singing like that. At the beginning of the video, you have Tom Waits standing next to like a fake phone booth, and there's like the camera's like behind him like this, and he's like standing up to the phone booth like this, and he's got his cigarette in his hand, and he's like pulling his hair out of his face, and he's like smoking the cigarette, and he looks so cool, and he doesn't even sing all of the lyrics. Can't go anywhere without talking about Bill. I don't know what we got. Here we go. Nope. Never mind. I'm lying. Pale Blue Eyes. I believe that this album was in was in the movie Perfect Days. We got some records. Redscroll Records. Shout out Redscroll Records. Thank you so much for having me. Shout out FUNNYBONE Records. And